Hekomi Boysai, Sunumano Tuka, Nanyuyet Laverne Bill, Chu Kletzel Dihi Losel. So what I said in my language is, good afternoon everyone, welcome. Welcome to the Putwin Aboriginal Territory. My name is Laverne Bill. I'm from the villages of Kletzel Dihi on my mother's side and Losel Dihi on my father's side. So welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Leo Son Motuka, Naniat Dylan McKay, Chu Yocha Dehe Chu Chilis, Wilson Boston. Hello, my name is Dylan McKay. Good afternoon. Happy to be here today, and I'm from Yocha Dehe, and work in the cultural department, language and history.
Thank you.
Tribal sovereignty refers to the right of American Indians and Alaska natives to govern themselves. The U.S. Constitution recognizes Indian tribes as distinct governments, and they have, with few exceptions, the same powers of federal and state governments to regulate their internal affairs. Sovereignty for tribes includes the right to establish their own form of government, determine membership requirements, enact legislation, establish law enforcement and court systems. But I think we're in a different world now. You know, if you don't stand for yourself, if you don't show people, you know, who you are, you know, I think that you're kind of, you know, you're really hurting yourself. You know, your family, you know, raised you to be an individual, and I think some ways, you know, you should express yourself. You know, and if it's educating people on, you know, why you do certain things, then, you know, I think it should be told. You know, people need to understand one another. You know, we're not living in that same world where, you know, we were isolated to, you know, certain areas, you know, based on our color. You know, we're evolving from that. You know, and people should be heard. Their cultural aspects should be, you know, taught, you know, and heard. You know, so I think expressing yourself through those avenues should happen. You know, so I think to answer your question is be yourself.
I think you know, I'm very happy to be here today. You know, because all you guys, you know, have one thing in common is you guys want to make the place a little better. You know, and then we're so diverse that you all have culture, and then since we're all different, but our culture is kind of the same, so we still have like same, we call it rules, you know, the layout.
Some of the things that we talked about today, you know, we talked about sovereignty, we talked about culture, we talked about just some of the cultural items that we, you know, to this day we still utilize. But my department, what we do is we not only oversee the language and history, we also oversee what we call site protection. So because there were so many different villages within our Aboriginal territory, some of the things that we do is we still protect those areas. And those areas could be cemeteries, they could be processing camps, like we were talking about, or some of our gathering areas. And that's also, because of that sovereignty, you know, that helps us with establishing those relationships with some of these governments in order to protect those particular items.